Hey lovely, Valentine is here and while waiting for Mr. Debayo's flower, I made this beautiful look. Come and see the process. So I started by making the skin prep. I already did a video on the skin prep and this is the last process of it being priming the face. I'm using the Kiss Beauty Foundation Primer. So after priming, I'm applying the sweat blocks to the T-zone area of the face. Is actually the places I sweat most, and I'm using Adventure Sweat Blocks. Then I tap it softly into the skin. Guys, do you still remember the screen prep method? Cleanse, tone, vitamin C serum, moisturize, and if you'll be going under the sun, apply your SPF, and your SPF must be from SPF 50 and above. That aside, let's make the eyebrow. First step is to brush up the hair with a spoolie. Second step is to trace your natural hairline with either an eye pencil or an eyebrow gel. Yeah, I'm using the eyebrow gel. I'm still testing out on the eyebrow gel. Honestly, I think I prefer my pencil. My pencils are just perfect for me. Yeah, they're just perfect for me. This eyebrow gel. Though eyebrow gel is usually detailed. Usually brings the detail of the brow. Unlike eye pencil. But I think I still stick to the old rugged eye pencil method. But this is not bad. And so I'm filling in the with the little quantity remaining on the brush. And as you can see, I did not start everything I'm doing. I didn't start it from the front. I started it from the middle. From the middle, the upper part, the middle part of the brow. Well, I'm sorry this video might take a longer time than usual, and that's because I wanted to do a more detailed um, method of applying my eyebrow and how I conceal it, how I made the mistakes and go back to correct it. For instance, now I'm concealing the down part of the eyes, which is of the eyebrow, which is the major thing you should put more emphasis on. You see, the upper part will take care of itself, but the lower part of the brow should be well concealed. And then while concealing it, I noticed that there was a little mistake from the edge of the brow. Is not as pointed as I had wished it is, and so I go in back with the brush to make the corrections, and then I conceal it back. It's that simple. So tell me at the end of this video, tell me if you found this method of applying the eyebrow easy or complex. Just let me know in the comment section. And also the overall look. Do you think it's nice? Do you love it? Is it nice? Would there be any suggestion? What would you want me to add more? What would you want me to remove? And what would you like me to do video on? Just let me know in the comment section. Okay, so now you see what I was telling you about. You see what I was telling you about on recorrecting the eyebrow. Guys, I found that concealing is like using an eraser to clean a pencil mistake. You see now? You see how perfect it is now? So I took my time to do a detailed video. Ideally, I should just edit this out and crop it out, then just make the video of other part. But I think eyebrow has been a challenge for quite a while, and even myself, before I got used to it, before I get good at it took me a whole lot of training and retraining, trying and retrying and all. So I hope you trust the process. I hope you stay true to the end of the video and not skip to rush to the end of the video. So you see, the upper part does not even give me any issue at all. It's usually the down part that has to be set first. When the down part is very set, the upper part is as smooth as what? It's usually a straightforward route. So, and so for a smooth finish, every time you conceal, you have to blend. You just have to blend to avoid the harsh lines around the face. So here I am using the fluffy brush to blend out all the concealer so it absorbs straight into the skin. And now back to the second brow. The second brow is not as detailed as the first brow because I think most of this method is more likely the same thing. And then the only thing I was showing more here is the correction. How there was a mistake, and then I reconcile and use the brush again to make sure that everything is looking good and perfect. So you see, that's just all for the second eyebrow. Before we now move straight to the foundation application. And so I told you I'm blending the concealer into the skin for a perfect smooth finishing. And now we'll move straight to apply the foundation. After priming the face like I did earlier, the next step is foundation. Apply your foundation around the jaw region, on the cheeks, and on the forehead. Then here I'm applying the fix spray. I usually apply the fix spray after either the concealer or the foundation. It makes it sit so well on the skin such that there is no any entrance or barrier, there's no any demarcation. It just sinks so well on the face and gives me a perfect finishing look. Like you see how succulent it will just look. I just like the perfection it brings when I apply the spray in between the concealer and the foundation. And so yeah, I'm blending the foundation into the skin after applying the fix spray. I mean, see the finishing. It's just so nice. I'm loving it already. So now it's time to apply the concealer, and I start by applying it on the under eye, below the nose, under the jaw, at the forehead, at the bridge of the nose, and everywhere that has to do with the T-zones as seen. And right before blending, I'm applying the contour using my favorite contour stick. So I'm applying the contour at the cheek, under the eyes, at the forehead, behind the jaw, and then after the contour, I'm applying the liquid blush. I'm applying the liquid blush right below the concealer, and again I'm applying the fix spray. After applying the fix spray, I blend the blush first. Then after blending the blush, I blend the contour. I blend the contour in right into the blush. Did you see that? I'm blending the contour right into the blush, and then I blend everywhere that I already put the contour initially. I blend them. Then after blending them, I use the remaining on my brush to blend the other parts, the lower jaw region. And now I'm blending out the concealer. Blending out the concealer. See that smooth finishing. And again, to avoid the harsh line, I'm trying to bring the concealer into the contour so that there is no harsh line or separation between the contour and the concealer under the jaw region. Do you understand? So yeah, I'm doing that using the compact powder. So the compact powder I'm using here is V Beauty powder palette. It has bronzer, it has sets of color, it has the dark, the light, and all, and it's really so well on my skin. So we apply the contour stick before, so I'm using the powder to trace out everywhere that I already applied the contour stick. So now I'm blending it. I blend out the contour, I blend it out and retrace it using my fingers just for a smooth, perfect finishing. And you see the nose now just come out. And now I'm blending out the contour so that there's no harsh line between the contour and the concealer. So you just have to blend smoothly and have a smooth finishing. Take it. And I did same for the other part of the face, and I keep blending. And now you already know that the game of makeup is perfect blending for a smooth finishing. And so that's it. I was blending the touching the powder, the compact powder, to just tap 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 tap. See, I'm not dragging, I'm only tapping smoothly into the skin. Just tapping, 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 tapping into the skin. And then I blend the everywhere that there's concealer. Every part that there's concealer, I keep blending it so that it gives me a very perfect finishing. Then the next step, which I did again after blending in the concealer into the contour, the next thing that I do again was to apply the blush, the powdered blush. The blush we used earlier was a cream blush, so we'll now use a powder blush in order to bring out the pigmentation to give the look a subtle look. So I'm taking the powder blush, see, in circular motion. I'm just blending it in to the cheeks, just right about right above the contour. That's where I'm applying the blush, and then I'm blending it in between. You see, I'm blending it in between the contour and the blush, then merging it with the concealer so that we have a smooth finishing. You see that? So that we have a smooth finishing. And then I tap a little of the contour on my nose. just at the pointed point of my nose, just to give it a subtle look. And then applying the setting powder on the places that I apply the concealer. This is more like baking, but it's not baking. I'm only setting it so that it it will be in place. It shouldn't move about. Even if I touch it or do anything, it still stays in place as if I just added the whole makeup. So now I wanted to do the eyeshadow, and I started by putting a dark brown at the tip of the eyelid. I I wanted to do a little loud eyebrow in place of, I normally like the nude brow. You see me a lot with nude brow, nude look. I love nude looks a lot, but just change is the only constant thing. I wanted a look that would suit Valentine and that would look a little catchy compared to a nude look. So this look of this eyeshadow is kind of a little heavy compared to a nude or a matte look. Do you understand? And what determines your look? Like a natural look, a light makeup, a nude makeup, a matte makeup. Most essential thing that determines the look is your eyeshadow and your lip shades. Take for instance, I want to do a light makeup and I did all of the foundation, primer and all, concealing and all, and I just did a very subtle nude on the eyeshadow. Then I make my brow just as it is, like this. It will still appear nude. Do you get it? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It will still appear nude, but this same look, and then I put on a loud eyeshadow like the type that I'm doing, and then it has a little glittery kind of, and then I did a lips that complements the shouty eyeshadow. It means the makeup is going to automatically change from a natural look to a more glamorous look, which we usually call a heavy makeup or a shoot makeup. Do you understand? So it's the eyeshadow and the lips look that automatically transform the facial look. Right now I want to apply some little glitters or shimmers. You see, it's a one shimmery part of the shadow. It's also same color as the eyeshadow that I applied earlier, a pinkish look. And so I start by applying the glitter glue first. That's classic lash glue that I brought up the other time. Yeah. So after applying that, I touched some um, a little shimmer from the eyeshadow palette, and then I just tap it into the eyeshadow, the place that I already applied glue the lash glue. Then I did the eyeliner. I put a little eyeliner on my waterline, and then I apply a little of the pinkish color I use for the upper brow, for the upper part of the eyeshadow, just above the crease. So I applied it so that it complements the up look. And after working on the under eyes like this, it's just same color as the exactly as the one above. Then after applying that on the under eyes, what I did next was that I clean up the excesses of the brow with concealer. I told you earlier before, concealer is like an eraser for makeup. So anywhere there's a mistake or you see that needs adjustment, just apply a little bit of it and blend evenly. So right here I'm applying the eyelashes. These eyelashes were actually um, gifted to me by one of my favorite mom, Alaja Alaye Pam Pam Afonima Obe. So I'm blending out, I'm cleaning up the setting powder I applied earlier. After which I'm lining the lips with the deep brown lip shade, and then I go in with the pink lipstick, and then with another shade of pink lipstick, and then I mat it, and I applied the white concealer on top of it, and I mat gently. Mhm, mhm. Then I clean off the excess with a concealer in both sides of the lids, up and down. Now I put on my wig. The Akoya started, and then I applied the bronzer, which is the last step of the makeup. I did not apply um what's it called, the spray after my makeup, and the reason is because I'm trying to avoid a dewish look. So if I want a dewish look, I would just apply the last spray. Besides, my makeups are usually in place because I already used the spray while working on the concealer application and the foundation application. And so I do not bother to use it. I find that when I use it after the whole makeup, I got to wish finishing. And guys, this is the final look. Guys, if you're stayed this far, you're the real MVP. Please subscribe. Bye.